Welcome to Speedway Crazy Show and episode 15. Our special guest tonight is Niels Kristian Iversen, and we hooked up with him Monday morning this week. In the big headlines, we have Bartek Zmarzlik doing maximum again for his team in Gorzów, down in Poland, and Ty Woofenden also have a broken shoulder after a match in Grudziądz. So we will have more about that in the end with Kuba. And here we got Niels Kristian Iversen. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
How are you?
So, you've been plagued with injuries for many years now. What's your latest update?
No, I feel alright. It's not so far away from a comeback now. So I just need to adjust the rest of my strength and power, and I'm ready to get back on the bike.
Yeah. So which injury is this in the row of all of them? It's like injury number 5 or 100?
I haven't counted.
No.
It's not really one of them things which I like to keep a statistic on, but no, obviously especially the last 10 months has been really hard.
Yeah.
I would say before that it wasn't really so bad. You know, I had a few, but I don't think I had more than what many others also collects through the years of Speedway. So, but yeah, you can say the last 10 months has been quite tough, but need to shake it off and move forward.
Because the last injuries, not this very last one, but the other injuries have been long recovery time.
I would say the ones I had last season was not very long recovery. It was just a matter of getting at the wrong times.
Yeah, of course.
I had a few. I broke my knee when I broke some ligaments in my knee, but that's 7 years ago now. And obviously, knee ligaments is quite long recovery. But I managed to do it over the winter, and I was ready to start the following season.
Yeah. You were not able to race in the Grand Prix qualifier. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
So what now? Do you wait for the DMU to probably give you a wild card, or what's your position there for 2020 season?
2021.
No, but it's 2020 Grand Prix.
2022.
2022. Sorry. Yes. Sorry, it's only Monday morning, so
always one step ahead.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know at the moment. I have to wait and see what they decide. Obviously, I'm hoping, but that's all I can do really. I can't do anything. I can't impact it on my own. I mean, when I get back on the bike now, I need to be good. I need to come back better than I was before I got injured. So that's my aim. And when I get back on the bike now, then I want to be the best version of myself, then I also think I have a chance of getting in contention of these wild cards. But again, it's not in my hands, so I'll just have to wait and see what the decisions will be.
Let's go back in time a little bit. How did you start up with the Speedway sport? We have many cool stories, from our guests.
Yeah, no, I have a good story too. Because here in Denmark, I assume it's the same thing in Norway. You have these youth clubs which you can participate in after school time, and there's all kind of different activities. Here I was born in Esbjerg in Denmark, and through the commune, the council, or what do you call it? Yeah. You have the youth clubs, after school clubs, and you have all these different activities. Here in Esbjerg, we could do go-karts, we could ride motocross, we could ride speedway.
Wow, that's amazing.
And as soon as I had my first try, then I knew that was what I wanted to do. I liked everything with a motor on. Really, I also loved riding go-karts or driving go-karts and also motocross. But speedway just had that extra bit of go in me that I love to do it. And we did it once a week through the summer, and after the summer, then me and a couple of other mates, we got our own bikes. It was like 50cc moped bikes, and we joined the local club, so it all started.
So what was your age then?
I was 11.
11?
Yeah.
Wow.
So 90, I was 11.
Trust
about
me,
11. So
we don't have that in Norway. Trust me, it doesn't exist in Norway at all.
No,
the only thing is like football or skiing or something, if there's something. But the youth clubs, they don't do sports in that sense.
Ah, right, okay. But this is more like different kind of activities, and they have these the city council. They own the bikes, and there was a former rider. Which was looking after the bikes and the motocross bikes and everything, and then you just had these different youth clubs all over the city, and they all just put their names in, and you could just make a trip once a week and go and ride, and it was really, really good. You also learned how to take care of the equipment, because each youth club had their own go-karts as well, and obviously the kids had to maintain all the carts and look after them and make sure that they were not breaking down and things. So no, it was a good experience, and I definitely, it was good for a lot of kids to just to be able to do these different activities.
Yeah, it sounds really cool, and I'm a little bit shocked that this exists. This is like a dream come true if this would happen in Norway or probably some other place in the world.
Yeah. I don't think they have it in every single city in the country.
No.
Because obviously you need the facilities as well. But I'm not aware if it still exists now to this day. But definitely it was there for many years. So no, that was the way I came into it. So it was good.
But is this the way that Nicky Pedersen, Leon Madsen, Jepsen Jensen, and all these riders also went into the sport?
No.
Or is this a normal way, or is this untraditional way?
It's untraditional. It's not a normal way. Obviously, me and my mates, my friends from the club, we came in this way. But when I joined the real Speedway club in Esbjerg, then Kenneth Bjerre was already there. You had guys like Jesper Monberg. He came in that way through that 50cc club as well, but it wasn't through the youth clubs, through the city council. I was sort of the only rider which has gone all the way to 500 that way. So it's not the normal way, but obviously we have all the youth racing with 50cc, 80cc, and all that, and we have all our talents coming through that way, but not through the council bikes, if you can call them that.
So your city should be quite proud of you for coming with this opportunity, giving you.
Yeah, I know the youth club which I was in.
Yeah.
they made trips to go and watch the Speedway and watch the league racing and stuff, and obviously I knew the teachers from there, and yeah, they all like, yeah, here's Niels, and he came through this way, and it was good, you know. It made me feel proud too, and I'm sure that a lot of the kids have sort of looked up to it as well.
In 2015, you won the Cardiff Grand Prix.
Yeah.
But you were also food poisoned there. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't say it was not a bad food poisoning, but I had something going on. I didn't feel well just before the meeting, and I didn't feel very well during the meeting either. But again, it's when you end in that zone, then it doesn't hit you the same way. You don't feel it. I felt it between the races, but as soon as you get your helmet on, then you're on a different.
It's a different world.
Yeah, you just go into a different zone, and you go into a different world, and it doesn't affect you. I didn't really feel it after I won it. I got to the podium, got to the press conference and all that, and I was still feeling great.
Of course.
but as soon as I got back to the hotel room, just next to the stadium, I felt so bad, and I had to go and throw up. And we sort of had plans with some of my sponsors. We should go out for a meal and stuff, and I had to cancel it. I was just too knackered, and then it really hit me afterwards. But again, you don't think about it when you're in that zone.
I know. Myself, I had I went to Canary Islands in 2004. No, Crete Island in 2004. 1 week together with my mother. She was on the beach. I was riding in the mountains with a motocross bike. I needed to stay in activity, you know.
Yeah.
And the first day I ate spaghetti bolognese. And you know what happened? I got salmonella. I went to the doctor down there. He told me drink some milk and be happy.
Yeah.
And I remember I was sitting on the toilet in Sweden racing Swedish league, and the team manager just ran into the toilet, say, "Henrik, it's your turn, red helmet," you know. And I just, okay, great. And I was like sitting there with the helmet and the suit and everything on the toilet. And I did that for 3 months because I didn't have time to go to a doctor. In Norway, it's very complicated sometimes to go to a doctor. So, so I understand this. We put the helmet on. You're in the zone for racing, you know.
Yeah, I had it once before. That was in the Swedish finals in 2005.
Wow.
I had actually before the day before, I had to call the club and say I cannot do it.
No.
I don't know what kind of a food poisoning it was, but it was so bad. I had to go to the doctor and get an injection straight through my stomach.
Wow.
And I was in so much pain. I couldn't do anything for 2 days.
It feels like someone stabbed you. You know,
yeah.
You're like looking for the hole, but it's no hole.
it was just coming out of both ends. And, but then after I got that shot, the club, they booked me a train ticket to Sweden from Esbjerg.
Wow.
So we had to race in Vetland that Tuesday night, and that was the final of 2000, and that was the year Vestervik won the championship, the Swedish title. And they booked me a seat there next to the toilet all the way to Sweden, so I could sit there in case of emergency. Then it wasn't far away, so I managed to ride in the evening, and I rode the next day too. So. And it went as it went, so it was good, but that was definitely an experience as well.
Yeah, it's very strange. I remember when I had my issues, my grandfather was driving the car. He provided me with water because when you have salmonella, you need a lot of water. And I was barely eating anything, just a little bit of a baguette, and you know, it was crazy. Oh, this is. Suddenly we ended up with the shit TV. You know. Sorry. During this Corona situation, and you have the rule in Poland now in PG Extraliga, where you can only race for one other club. Tell us, how does your season look like now? How does it look like?
But my season is obviously I race in Tarnów now in League One, and And I have Esbjerg in Denmark, and then Kumla in Diana in Sweden. So I can do 3 leagues.
Yeah.
But as you say, it's complicated with this with Corona. The traveling is complicated. Everything is just an issue. It's difficult. I was always based in England before. I have moved back to Denmark now last month, and we're here now. And the travel is a lot more convenient now. Before from England, especially last year, travel wasn't possible. It was just we couldn't do it. So yeah, now we're here, and it's a lot more convenient, but still, it still creates issues everywhere, doesn't it? So yeah, the sooner we can get through this virus, then the better it is for everyone. But I think it's similar in all kind of business.
Yeah, we had a full lockdown in Norway since January. So if you are a Norwegian citizen, doesn't matter. You need to stay in a Corona hotel at the airport or whatever.
Yeah.
Unless if you walk over the border, then you are considered refugee. So then,
what if you swim?
Yeah. No. Then you probably if you. We read in the newspaper here. If you walk over the border, then you're considered refugee. So then you don't.
Okay.
So it's many strange rules. I don't understand.
It's not. It's completely nuts. So.
I can't go to Poland and be a freelance trainer as I normally do.
No.
It's difficult. So that's why.
It's rubbish. But yeah, hopefully, what can we do? We can only hope, really.
Yeah,
so,
we can. We got loads of riders now in Norway, which are quite good and are in the development to becoming quite good.
Yeah.
But what happens? Coronavirus.
Yeah.
They cannot go to Denmark to race the league because when they come back to Norway, they need to stay 10 days in a Corona hotel. And of course, you must pay for this hotel by yourself.
Yeah. No, it's not possible to do it. It's just the way it is right now. But let's hope for the best.
What about SEC? Have you thought about SEC?
Yeah, definitely. It's been one of my big goals before the season started. I wanted to get into the tournament. Obviously, I missed that qualification as well. So yeah, it depending on somebody else who can give me a spot or seed me into a qualification challenge or whatever. I'm sort of open to anything, really. If I had to ride for it, I'll do that. If I can get a place straight in there, I'll do that too. So I just want to get into the tournament and put my impact on that. So yeah, definitely, it's definitely one of my goals.
The choice that you made to race for Tarnow in League One, is that anything to do with the rule in PG Extra Liga?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
I would say, to be honest, I didn't have many offers in Extra League. Because of the way with under 24 riders,
yes, all
too many riders in the squads and all that stuff. So I wasn't. I mean, for many years I had a lot of offers every single year, and this time around I didn't really have many. So it was a simple choice as well. I did have offers for Extra League, but it was a better choice to go to Tarnow and do it that way. It was also a good choice because I could do another league. I could race in Sweden as well, and considering how things went last year, I think it was a bit of a no-brainer, really, because I always prefer to race more rather than once a week, and Sweden can give me that if I do another league, and it's definitely the right choice.
It's not so far away either. Just cross the bridge and then you're there.
Yeah. So, but again, Sweden is a good place to ride as well, and my aim is to get back to a good level. To get better, and last year was a disaster, and the only way I can get better is to race, and
of course
that was the first priority.
We cannot hide under the chair that you're also a guy of age. You're 38 years old, and what are your future plans when you end your Speedway career? What do you want to do with your knowledge about Speedway, or do you want to go into something else?
I haven't really thought too much about what I want to do after Speedway. So far, I still believe I have loads left in the tank,
Yes.
and I want to race. When you have that desire and you want to do it, then you also will do it. And I obviously I cannot. No one can run away from age. Everybody's getting older, and there's no different for me. But again, I don't feel like I'm old. I don't feel like I'm past it or in any way. So yeah, I think I'm not gonna thinking about retirement until I have won more of what I want to win, and then I'll consider it.
Yeah.
But until until I feel like I'm done, and until I don't want to anymore, then I also know I can do it.
What will you do? Do you have some education to fall back on?
Yeah, I'm actually educated. I took a 4-year apprenticeship in engineering in stainless steel.
Yeah.
So I can weld and I can do all these things in the steel industry and engineering. So yeah, I could do that, but I don't really want to do that. It's not
going from speedway rider to welder.
But when I took the education, I took 4 years apprenticeship. That was straight when I came out of school, and it was only because my parents and the national team in Denmark, DMU and Team Denmark, they were like, but we really need to, like, boys to have an education. They need experience in the work and all that. So that was the only reason why I did it. I wanted to race Speedway, and if I didn't, if it was up to me, I would just go straight to England and race, and not think about all this other stuff, weldings and all that. But again, it gave me more experience how it is to really work from morning till evening every day, and it also made me appreciate that I had a great opportunity to be a full-time Speedway rider and then pursue that dream. So it was, for me, it was good in other ways. So yeah.
I love the answer from Sam Masters. He said, "I want to ride Speedway as long as possible, and I definitely don't want to work." No work.
No, of course, when you race Speedway, then when you've done it for many years, then sometimes you don't appreciate how lucky you are to actually be able to do it. The freedom that you have in the off season, and there's just so many good things about it. So yeah, when you have a tough time, then you need to think about the good things. So that's what I've been focused on too.
But you also have a family.
Yeah.
Are you producing future Speedway riders?
I have a daughter now, and I don't think she will.
Don't say that she can never be a Speedway rider. Trust me.
No, I didn't say she couldn't be.
I raced against girls, and it was really hard.
I raced against girls too, no, we had good girls here in Denmark as well, but if I decide, then she will not become a Speedway rider. I mean, not that I have any disrespect against the girl riders, but when you get to a certain level, it is difficult for the girls. It's there's a lot in your physical, the power a man have in physically compared to a woman. Also with regards to when you have injuries and you have crashes and stuff, it's against the girls, if you can say it like that. But no, if you have fun and you like what you do, then it doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, especially not in the early age when you're kids.
In Norway, we had this long track rider. He was also racing Speedway in the Oslo team together with me, and Stina Børrefsen. Wow, but on the Speedway, she was like very good on the Speedway, but on the long track, she took anyone all the time. Yeah, she was really hard, but she had an insane accident where
I think I remember.
Yeah,
now.
The bike went first into the forest, and she after, and they found her blue in the face and took the tongue out, and after that she also had a crash in Linköping in Sweden, where the primary chain broke.
Okay.
And blocked everything. So, and that was on a mid straight, and she went over like that. She only
Oh,
broke
right,
her
yeah.
finger, but that became something, issue.
Yeah,
Primary
probably.
change was changed from every time she
Yeah,
sat
yeah,
on the
yeah.
bike. She changed it because it became some mental, and I
Yeah,
really understand that.
yeah. I understand it. It's tough. It's difficult. When you get these injuries, it's tough to bounce back sometimes. Things happens, and you try and think, well, why did this happen and stuff. But I mean, there's no need to try and overthink it. You need to shake it off and get back on it. And I understand. I understand more than anyone that it is difficult. It is difficult for some people to do it, and also I can see girls. I mean, I remember she had these big injuries
Yeah.
and big crashes, and it's tough as a man to do it, but it would also be tough for women.
Yeah,
Definitely.
of course. When we announced on our website, speedwaycrazy.com, that you would be our guest on the Wednesday show, which is broadcasted live now, but we are recording from Monday. People ask me, why Puck? Where does that nickname come from?
Yeah, it's been sticking by since I was about, I don't know, 6-7 years old. It's so old that I don't even remember the exact story about it. But we had a Christmas calendar in Denmark all these years ago, back in the 80s, and there was these elves, nisser, as you call them, also in Norway, and one of them was named Puck, and I was quite happy about these elves Christmas hats when I was a kid, and I was walking around with them in school, and that's sort of in that connection that the name also came. So it's just been sticking by since then. So yeah, it's.
So it's not short for anything. This is because of a little small green elf.
Yeah, red elf.
Red elf. Okay. So,
yeah. It was to do
small,
with that.
We call them fjøsnisser. This is barn Santa Claus. These small ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was from then. So it got a long history, but it's just stuck by.
Of course. Thank you so much for joining us. We know you're a quite busy guy, so we will not keep any more of your time.
No problem. It was good to be here.
Great. And we will check back on you a little bit later this season, see how everything is going with you and development and your injuries.
Definitely. It's going to be exciting to get back now on the bikes, and I'm really looking forward to that.
And good luck tonight on the Wednesday in your first league meeting in Denmark. Okay?
Tak. Vi ses.
Bye.
This is Baranski, and this is Speedway news from last week. The last week was full of Speedway. We start on Friday when two overdue matches of first round of PG Extraliga took place. Motor Lublin won the match on his track with Włóknia Częstochowa 49-41. Moments later, the emotions moved to Grudziądz, where GKM Grudziądz won 45-44 after a crazy match. It is worth noting to Maciek Janowski was undefeated in this match, who scored 14 points plus one. Unfortunately, Ty Woofenden had injuries in this match, and he will give a longer break from starts. A day later, on Saturday, we had another two meetings, this time third round. The first match was in Leszno, where Unia was reading with the team from Toruń. The guys did their best, but the host won 47-43. Moments after this match, Włóknia Częstochowa took up the team from Zielona Góra, on the track and won 49 to 41. We started Sunday with a meeting in Grudziądz, where GKM raced Stal Gorzów. The guests won 52 to 38, and Bartosz Mardik led them to victory, who was unfitted in this match. It is worth adding to the season in Poland. Only one rider from the opposing team defeated Bartek on the track. It was Jason Doyle at the track in Leszno 2 weeks ago. The last match this weekend was in Lublin. Guests without injured Tajwufinden. The host did not give Wrocław a chance and won the match 52 to 38. That's all from me. Keep your fingers crossed the next time you will see me on the Speedway stadiums.
So that's what we had for you guys tonight, and next week we will be back Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central European Time. Goodbye.